Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Planescape Torment. Alright, last episode we went into Many-as One's chamber and killed a lot of cranium rats. And now when we go in there, no one attacks us, so maybe we got Many-as One? I don't know. Anyway, we're going to head over to the Dead Caverns and see if we can get Uhir's lucky knife. And let's see, that was... Alright, well first of all, let's go here. There is a body here. Actually, let's go back right here. Ignis wants to be in the corner. Alright, let's try this Bones Stories Tell, whatever. Alright. I have no idea how that thing works. It's probably situational. But let's go kill some gargoyles.
I'm a little out of practice, it seems.
Come on. Let's go. There we go. Oh, no, that's right. It's the wrong one. It's down here. And, of course, these things are back. Because, of course, they are.
The Karak sings true. Done.
Yay, constantly respawning enemies. Yep, didn't get a cast in time. Alright. Knifed ghoul. Could I have that knife you've got tucked into your belt? The ghoul looks down at the knife, scratching its head as if wondering how it got there. Finally, it looks up and gives you a sly, toothy grin. Meat want knife? Meat make trade, yes. How about these rat tails? Gained item, gained 600 experience points. Yes, yes! The ghoul snatches them away greedily and devours them. After licking its clawed fingers clean, he tosses you Uhir's knife. Thanks. Farewell. Okay, well.
I'm gone.
I mean, I'll be perfectly honest. The fact that you're carrying around intestines, which should be super tasty to a ghoul, but no, he wants the rat tails. I mean, you may have dropped the rat tails at some point, but, I mean, not the rat tails, the intestines, but I don't know. I'm just annoyed. I think that's...
I'm gone.
I think that's a silly response when you've got the friggin' intestines. Alright, Uhir. First of all... Oh. +1 to luck. This unremarkable dirt-caked dagger has the letters Uhir carved into its handle. Despite its shoddy appearance, the blade is well balanced. I'm still gonna give it to him. I don't need it. Find me knife, perchance? Yes, I have it. Yes, I have. Here it is. 5,000 experience points. Uhir takes the knife and holds it lovingly. Ah, you're back, me lucky knife. Thanks, Cutter. And you, he lectures his knife, shaking it. Don't you go running off again. He slides the blade into its sheath with a smile. Farewell,
Updated
Uhir.
my journal.
Okay. didn't actually get a reward other than experience points out of that. Alright, so next up of the non-story related quests is Karina Needs a Friend. And to do that one, we are going to have to take a little bit of a trip. Before we do that, let's just go get some rest. Well, before we do that, actually, where was the shop? There's a shop around here somewhere.
Done.
Not this one. Alright, Quint. Let's see. Let's trade. Did you have anything that I actually wanted? Green steel dagger is not as good. No, I don't think so. Go ahead and sell all the rings and bracelets that we've got. I think I'm going to sell the angleless eye, to be honest. I don't think I'm going to use that. Sell all of those, sell that. I didn't pick up anything. Well, I picked up a hollow axe. I can sell that. Oh, I can sell the handkerchiefs. I'll sell those. I don't think they're going to be useful for anything. I don't know about the cheese. Carrying it around for no real reason. There's a mace in here. Nope, she can't use it. I don't think that she gets to use any other weapons. I'm not entirely sure that Ignis can either. Despite the fact that they have weapon slots, other than the ones that they, you know, I mean, other than the fixed weapons. Oh well. I mean, the lack of standard weapons is one of my big complaints. That I can't run around with a bow, that I can't get a longsword, etc., etc. All of the weapons, well, not all the weapons, most of the weapons are very strange. There's a lot of axes for some weird reason.
All right.
Thrust the junk into the archway. Let's go ahead and teleport around. As long as I'm here, let's see if you say anything now that I am a wizard. I did get a message that if we completed a quest with her, we could have gotten some like better stuff for becoming a wizard. But oh well, maybe now that I'm a wizard, she'll do or say something, or have some spells, perhaps. She does have scrolls. Power, Luck, Knock. Let's get that, and Blur. I don't know that I care about the others. Might as well get Remove Curse. Seems reasonable. Alright, so let's head over to, what was it, the lower ward? Right. Oh, hi, Shadow.
All right.
Did it just vanish? It did just vanish. Alright, whatever. Let's see if I can give you the, evidence. Nope.
I'm gone.
Alright, so I think it's the other guy that we can talk to and, yeah, Corvus, I think. You see Corvus, the Harmonium Guard. Hello again, citizen. How may I serve you? He glances over your shoulder and seems to be looking for someone. Try to see what he is looking at. You glance over your shoulder and see Karina wandering nearby. Corvus seems to have his eyes locked on her as she wanders about. Her name is Karina. He snaps his attention back to you. I beg your pardon, you know her, citizen? He looks at Karina again. Voice of an angel, and such a pretty young thing. Yes, and she's also lonely. I'm certain she would welcome the company of a gentleman.
Updated my journal.
2,000 experience points. He glances at you, then back at Karina. Excuse me a moment, citizen. He steps around you and heads towards Karina. All right. Corvus returns to you and is smiling brightly. Thank you, friend. A wonderful young lady. He looks a little glassy-eyed. My pleasure. I have some questions. Do you know someone named Lenny? He frowns in thought. Lenny, yes! I know a thief who goes by that name. He can usually be found over by the siege tower. What can you tell me about him?
Updated my journal.
Officially nothing. He pauses for a moment before answering. Unofficially, he is a thief, and a good one. A master, I would say. Although he is a thief, he seems to have some ethics. He has never been suspected of assault or murder. He has managed to avoid the law on numerous occasions. He pauses. Anything else?
Updated my journal.
Yes, I would not be afraid to turn my back to Lenny. There are a few people I could say that about, but Lenny is one of them. He shrugs. That is all, friend. Alright, I had some other questions. Do you know someone named Byron Pickett? He frowns and nods his head. Yes, I am familiar with Byron. I have evidence that it proves he is involved in criminal acts here in Sigil. Let's get to that in a second. What can you tell me about him?
Updated my journal.
Officially nothing. He pauses for a moment before answering. Unofficially, he is suspected of being behind most of the criminal activity here at the market. We believe him to be responsible for the murder of a merchant named Zach. His list of suspected crimes is quite long. He pauses. Anything
Updated
else?
my journal.
Yes, I would not turn my back on him. I would not turn my back to him, and I would think twice about being anywhere alone with him. He shrugs. That is all, friend. I have some evidence that proves he is involved in criminal acts here in Sigil. I did not know that this is the person that you talked to for this, but I figured if I couldn't talk to that guy back at the Burning Corpse, then maybe one of these two guys. He looks at you with interest. Oh, may I see this evidence? Yeah, sure. Give him the papers.
Updated my journal.
2,000 experience points. Lost an item. But did it fall apart? That's the important question. He examines the papers thoroughly, then folds them and puts them away. He nods to you and smiles. Excellent work, citizen. These documents are quite detailed in their content. I personally will see to it that Byron Pickett is taken before the courts. He salutes you, then turns to leave. I shall return shortly. Alrighty. He soon returns and smiles at you. The deed is done. Pickett has been removed from the streets. The evidence has been presented to the courts, and soon he will stand trial. He gives you a slight bow. Once again, I thank you. My pleasure. I had some questions. No, thank you. Farewell.
I feel stronger.
Stronger and stronger. Okay, let's go ahead and level up. Actually gained a hit point, which is weird. Saving throws improved. Spell memorization abilities have increased. Mage spellbook. Don't think that I can memorize anything else. No. Second level. What do I want? Blur would be good, but I can't memorize that. I can get another ball lightning. I cannot get a remove curse yet. Alright. I did not actually look to see what level that was. 6. Alright, makes sense. I get the feeling that Fireball is not in the game. Let's see. One of these guys sells, scrolls, and it is him. Alright, what do you actually have? Cone of Cold. I'll buy that for $1, or more than $1. Cloak of Warding is... absorbs 3 to 12 points of damage. Once it has absorbed this amount of damage, it shatters or powers down. I guess it's okay, but... no, I don't care about Hold Undead. Elysium's Tears. What level was that again? 3. Alright, seems reasonable. That's 4th level, Shroud of Shadows. What's the duration? 5 to 20 seconds plus 10 seconds. 10 seconds per level, I assume? I mean, otherwise, why not just say 15 to 30? Eh. Improved strength. I'll buy that. That's 4th. That's 4th. It'll be okay, except for the fact that it's a touch spell.
Endure. In enduring, grow strong.
Not sure if you have any 5th level spells. Let's see. 7th, no. No, you do not. What was that again? Power of 1. Oh, right. You've cast it already. Alright. I suppose I could give you some of these. 3rd level spell could be good. I'll hold on to that for now, just because I may actually want to give it to Decon. But I want to get these, I think. There we go. Alright, so where's Karina? Where'd you wander off to? There you are. That was not her. Female shopper. There you are. Karina notices your approach and beams you a happy smile. Hello again. She looks like she is about to burst with excitement. Thank you so much, Cutter. I'm so grateful for what you did. What did I do? She laughs. You sent Corvus my way. I know because he told me so. He was afraid to approach me. Thought I had a list of suitors. Well, what I mean to say is thank you. She gives you a hug. You're welcome, Karina. I wish the two of you happiness. Thank you, Cutter. I hope you find happiness in your life as well. Alright. So, I think we could get in there if we joined the Godsman. I'm not
gone.
sure that I want to do that, though. Let's go out that way. Go to the clerk's ward.
I'm gone.
I'm not sure that I have the money to buy the new armor. Let's see what was available again. Maybe I'll have something new. Alright, questions. What sort of magical clothes do you have available? I'd like to see what you have to offer. Yeah, I don't have the money for it. Bodice of the Godless Priest, Bodice of the Perilous Quest, Jerkin of the Brazen Rogue, Jerkin of the Flitting Shadow. 3 additional first. Oh, okay, that is pretty good. A lot of additional spells. Increases regeneration. That's +1 to hit. And boosts to pickpocket skills and stealth. It's pretty good. Actually, it might almost be worthwhile getting both of those for a time. Both of those could be useful as well. Not that I have the money for any of it right now. Alright, well, let's go ahead and leave. Was some potential more dialogue that we could get, I think. Because I'm not sure that I ever talked to Dakan again after becoming a wizard. So we'll go ahead and do that. I did look up where Merton's head was, but now I'm forgetting where that was. I might look that up in between episodes, see if I can find that. Because it sounded like it was someplace that I'd already been. From what I recall.
Alright.
Alright, first of all, let's go ahead
I'm
and
here.
do some rest.
May my face lend me strength.
Do a little bit of healing.
May my face lend me strength. May my face lend me strength. Share
Make
my
sure
fate.
everyone is at
May
maximum
my
hit points.
face lend me strength. May my face lend me strength.
There we go. Yep, that would be nice. Thank you.
A pleasure.
Oops. Everyone,
I'm gone.
come back in here. My room. Alright, Dakan, let's talk to you again.
What is your will?
Everything's things I would know. Can I talk to you about your teachings? Oh, apparently I could get him to flip me back to a warrior. Can you teach me anything of the art? Know that the way of the people is not the same as the art you have come to know. It is not the energy that gives strength, it is knowing the self that gives strength. The teachings of Zerthamon speak of such things. I'm actually not sure that I want to go down that route just yet. Okay, so I can use that. Let me quick save. Can't figure out. Okay, what if I am as him? Nope. I apparently do need to.
What is your will?
Go down his route. Would you teach me the way of Zerthamon? Do you know what you have asked? The texture of Dakon's blade flows until it becomes as stone. To walk the path of Zerthamon, you must know of the people. The knowing of such things by one not of the people is a difficult matter. There are those not of the people who have heard the way of Zerthamon, but they do not know the way. Dakon, I want to know of the people and know Zerthamon's teachings. I believe there is wisdom to be learned in such things.
Updated my journal.
Know that I have heard your words, and I shall test them. To learn, you must know the people. To know the people, you must know the unbroken circle of Zerthamon. Dakon holds up the stone disc in his possession, and his spider-like fingers hook into its sides. There's a click, and the plates of the circle slide into a new configuration. He reverses the motion, sealing the stone. Know the first circle of Zerthamon is open to you. Study it, and then I will hear your words. I will read the first circle then. In the meantime, I had other things I would know. Oh, alright. So now I can use that. Unlock the first plate as Dakon showed you. You mirror the motions that Dakon made upon the circle, and the plates give way at your touch, the rings sliding into a new configuration. Upon the rings are a series of symbols. The script is like no writing you have ever seen. It is a series of interlocking geometries, with circles predominating. Just looking at it, you know the symbols and know you can read them. Let's go ahead and read it. Know that we are the first people. Once all was chaos. The first people were thought drawn from chaos. When the first people came to know themselves, they were chaos no longer and became flesh. With their thoughts and knowing of matter, the people shaped the first world and dwelled there with their knowing to sustain them. Yet the flesh was new to the people, and with it people came not to know themselves. The flesh gave rise to new thoughts, greed and hates, pains and joys, jealousies and doubts. All of these fed on each other, and the minds of the people were divided. In their division, the people were punished. The emotions of the flesh were strong, the greed and hates, the pains and joys, the jealousies and doubts, all of these served as a guiding stone to the enemies. In becoming flesh, the first people became enslaved to those who knew flesh only as tools for their will. No, these beasts were the Illithids. The Illithids were a race that had come not to know themselves. They had learned how to make other races not know themselves. They were the tentacled ones. They lived in flesh and saw flesh as tools for their will. Their blood was as water, and they shaped minds with their thoughts. When the Illithids came upon the people were a people no more. The people became slaves. The Illithids took the people from the first world and brought them to the false worlds. As the people labored upon the false worlds, the Illithids taught them the way of the flesh. Through them, the people came to know loss. They came to know suffering. They came to know death, both of the body and mind. They came to know what it is to be the herd of another and have their flesh consumed. They came to know the horror of being made to feel joy in such things. Finish reading the circle. The unbroken circle is the knowing of how the people lost themselves and how they came to know themselves again. Okay. Let's go ahead and talk to you.
What is your will?
I talk to you about your teachings. I have read the Unbroken Circle of Zerthamon. I want to speak to you more about the way of Zerthamon. What have you come to know? What did you come to know? Strength lies in knowing oneself. I learned that once someone does not know themselves, they are lost. They become a tool for others. I learned that your people were once slaves to the Illithids. It seems they committed many crimes against your people. Let's go with that
Updated
one.
my journal.
300 experience points. You have come to know the first circle of Zerthamon. You not only see the words of Zerthamon, you have come to know them. Dekon holds up the circle and hooks his fingers around the edges. There is a click, and the plates of the circle slide into a new configuration. He reverses the motion, sealing the stone. Know the second circle of Zerthamon is open to you. Study it. Then I will hear your words. I will read the second circle. In the meantime, I had some other things. Very well, I will read it and speak to you again. Did this give me some new spells? No. Okay. Go ahead and get that. Alright, when we return, we'll continue talking to Dekon and reading the Circle of Zerthamon. And again, some people said that Ignis might have some things now that we're a wizard, so I'll talk to him next. Anyway, see you next time, everyone.